So, ladies, were you able to reach 50?
It was difficult at first, but like you said, I used my wheel of life and then I got some more inputs. So I think I am surprised. I outdid myself. I have 57.
Oh, brilliant. Clap for her. Very, very nice. When I did this activity at 35 or 46, I was like exhausted. I don't think I have any more ambition. Then I pushed myself and I could reach 50. I think I was stuck at 47 or something. What about you, Manjara?
I was stuck at 43, I think. But
Okay.
then I each and everything I felt like I should put this as an outcome, each and everything, what I feel like achieving it. So then I raised up to 52.
Oh, good. Again, clap for her. Very nice. Yeah, good. 57, so brilliant. Okay. Now, can any one of you explain me why we did this 50 and why we broke it down into the years?
So we have something to look forward to.
Yes. And
The time frames which we are giving to achieve this.
okay. So what if we give the time frame? So what's the benefit?
So that it'll just constantly sit in our head that we need to achieve within this time. There'll be a push to achieve that.
Create an
With a
urgency.
clear clarity.
Yeah, okay. I create an urgency, create a deadline. Okay. Now, what if I say that I want to buy a house and it is 5 years from now? Okay. And I start working on it. Okay. I'm working on, I want to buy a house, which is 5 years from now. Okay. Will my mind even register it as an urgency? No.
This is not.
Yeah. But I'm working on a 5-year goal now. So when we break it down, we see that, okay, this is important to be achieved in 1 year. So I will divert my focus, my energy, everything to achieve this goal first, rather than buying a house which is 5 years from now. There could be steps, maybe like, okay, if I want to buy that house, I need to have this financial things and all. Okay, we break it down, no problem. But mind will only work when there is an urgency and when we have a priority. So the whole idea of breaking it down is that first we need to select those goals which are very important to us. Okay, those activities which are important to us, which we want to achieve immediately, then the medium term and the long term. Okay, so whole idea was to do this. Okay, very quickly, Nazia, can you give me two of your the outcomes which you want to achieve this year?
One is that I want to double my income this year.
Okay.
And the second one is that I want to take my kids for a vacation.
Okay. Manjara? Manjara, you mute. Yes.
I want to go on a vacation all alone.
Oh,
I never done this, but I want to now.
Good.
So
I'll share a solo trip story later on.
Yes, definitely. Solo trip. Slowly I have realized that I have to give some time for myself than putting with everyone. So I want to go with a solo trip in this year with my own earnings without asking anything. That's my first of the outcome for 1 year. And the second outcome is I want to earn at least 2 lakhs per month.
Okay.
This is how I want to work on.
Okay. So, and your 5 years, just give me one 5-year outcome. Like, what do you want to achieve in the next 5 years?
I want to get my own name property on my name.
Okay. And Nazia?
I had the same.
Okay. Okay. So, when the example I gave is very relatable. So, what I'm trying to explain is that you have a 5-year goal of to buy a property. Okay. And you are working now. And your mind, you constantly feeding your mind, I want a property, I want a property. But in your head, it is like, it is 5 years from now, no. For me, it is not an urgency anymore. Okay, so your actions will not be oriented properly to that 5 year. But if you have an urgency, like Nazia wants to take kids for a vacation, you want to go on a solo trip, this for mind, it will register as an urgency. And you will be thinking, what would my destination would be? How much money do I need? Where do I take my kids to? Where they would feel comfortable? What would be a family trip and all? So you will be focusing. Okay, it's not that buying a house is not a important goal or anything. It's just that your mind works on urgency. Okay. Okay. So we've done brainstorming. We've listed out 50. We've broken it down also. Now what? Now what we do? Stick it on the board?
Yeah, and start achieving them.
How? How do you think we'll be achieving them?
By working on them.
Planning from the foundation level, how to achieve?
Okay. And what do you think will help in planning?
Step-by-step process, something like that.
Okay. Yes, there is a step-by-step process, which I want to discuss now. So we have our goals in mind. We know what we want to achieve. 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. Okay. Now, how? The big question comes is how? How are we doing this? Okay. Again, when I said that mind works on urgency, mind also works on details. The more you feed in details to your mind, the more it will become active. Okay. So there is a process which is called INCRED process. INCRED. It's an acronym. Okay. So when you pass your outcomes through this INCRED process, you will come to know that just giving a vague sentence will not help. Your mind will not even register it. It will just become a goal. I want to do this, and it will pass on next year and an year after, and also an year after. Probably when we are dying, we will look back at our to-do list and say, we did nothing. Okay. So there is a process in INCRED which will help us to be more specific in what we actually want and how we can achieve them. Okay. So let me pick any one of your goals. So who should we pick? Manjara, yours or Nazia?
You can pick me.
Okay. So your first was related to money, earning money.
I wanted to double my income.
Yeah. So you wanted to double your income. Okay. Now you tell your mind, I want to double my income, stick it on the board. Do you think you will take action anytime?
Maybe, not sure.
Sure.
I have done this in the past.
Right. So what is doubling the income? What the mind will register facts and figures, right? So what we will do is we will pass this outcome through an INCRED process. Okay. So INCRED, the I stands for intelligible. Okay. So you need to be specific. Okay. So it should be simple. It should be focused. It should not be vague sentences, or it should not be too lengthy. It should be very, very specific. So mind will register that specific things, right? So let's be specific when you're talking about your goal. So how can you make it specific?
Can I put a number on it?
Sure.
Okay. So then in that case, I want to reach an income of 50 lakhs per year.
Income of 50 lakhs per year. Okay. Okay. So the next step is N, which is navigate. Okay. Navigate basically means what is your measure of success? How are you measuring it? So when you have achieved it, when will you say that, yes, I have achieved it? You have to understand. So how do you know you have actually achieved that out?
When I get the money in my bank.
So you get the money in the bank. Yes. You get the money in the bank. You will be able to measure that, right? So
which means that monthly in my bank, a deposit of 2 lakhs should
Should be,
minimum.
yeah, so you can break it down. Or if you want to spread it evenly, like this. Okay. So next is C, which is challenging. Is the goal challenging? Because our mind works on the reward system. You know? So if it is way too challenging, then also mind will not work. If it is not at all challenging, then also mind say, ah, it is very easy. Why would I even bother? You know? So is it achievable? Do you think?
Uh, I think, yeah, if I push myself a little, I know that outside my organization, people who are similarly placed like me earn far more than I do. So I'm sure it is possible to do it, but I have not taken that step in a while. I have been working in this organization for 12 years now, and I've never attempted to go out and seek other opportunities. I've just grown within.
So you have a desire, you have the skills, but probably you're not looking out for the other tools or opportunities or resources. Right.
That's why I know it's possible if I take a step.
Hmm. Okay. That's a different thing, moving in out of your comfort zone. But we're talking about setting your goals. So what I want you all to do is that whenever you are setting your goals or when you are setting your outcomes, it should flow through these. It should, because whenever you write a crisp sentence of your outcome, it should pass through this, and your mind should say, yes, this is okay. I see a figure of 50 lakhs in my board, and I see my bank account getting credited 2 lakhs a month. Then I know it is achievable because other people have achieved it. So this is that will be the drive. Again, so R comes for the real. Is it realistic? So yes, it is realistic because you see people actually achieving it. So it is relatable. It is realistic. Now comes E, which means exact. Okay, it's time bound. So you already specified when you said that 50 lakhs a year. Do you want to wait it for 31st December, or it can happen before?
Even if it happens before, I wouldn't have reached that income ideally. But at least I know that the medium for it has been created.
Okay, so best is to put a timeline. Okay. Best is our mind again works on urgency, works on facts, works on figures. So if you put a date to it, your mind, whenever you see that date, your mind will say, ah, it's urgent. It's urgent. I should do it. I should be doing it. I should be taking action on it. I should not procrastinate. I'm not saying that you procrastinate. It's just that mind should not be procrastinated. Okay. And the last step is just do it. So we've passed through the goals, and what we would say is that D is like, just do it. What's stopping you? Just go and do it. So if we want to rephrase your outcome, I want to double my income, how would it be now? Through this process now.
I will reach an income of 50 lakhs by 31st December 2023.
Okay. And I will have my bank account credited with this much.
Yes, and I will have my bank account credited with 2 lakhs every month to reach that goal.
Okay, brilliant. I want to double my income, or I want to go on a solo trip. We made a plan. What do we want to achieve? Cool. So Nazia, do you think there would be any challenges when you're trying to achieve this?
I have not applied or done an interview in years. That's definitely going to be a challenge. The first challenge I feel is I have thought about this in the past also of applying outside. I think the first challenge is that I have to write a resume, which I have not done in years. So that's going to be my biggest challenge first.
Yeah. So, okay, now for both of you, what I want you to do is pick the top three outcomes you want for first year. Okay. Think of all the end codes which would come into your mind for those. Okay. What would be the challenges in order for you to achieve those? Okay. Write them down. Okay. And then write the E codes, which will help you in overcoming those N codes and achieving those outcomes. Simple. Okay. This is what we will do. And after that, we have done this activity, we will be doing something called power leaves. Okay.